None of this bullshit deviation. We are just sticking to the plot. And we're adding a new thing. Perspective. No, we're going to try it again. We're doing third person. Man who outlines the groceries in his cupboards so he can always know what to put on his shopping list. Outlines white chalk and labels it. To he uses the wear of the label to tell how long things have been there, so he knows what is the oldest. Yeah, I follow Eggy, Levi, and you. Damn. Does nobody want to join me? Vocal, I'm in a saloon. So happy we can talk. Vocal, finally. True, Valiant boy. True. That's what it's all about, brother. I believe a house Alfred event going shopping for his groceries. We've already spoiled the twist yesterday, so if you want to know what the twist is, you gotta remember what it was from yesterday. I guess he doesn't really eat anything. Okay, so there's 3 specific scenes, I'm pretty sure. scene. We're gonna go coming home from shopping. Goal. To package meat in the freezer in the garage. Conflict. Struggle of chalking out that much meat for storage. Disaster. More meat than has room for. Reaction. Okay, well, first of all, let's turn this on. Okay, that'll get our mind going. Let's move this over here because it's easier to see. The disaster. I'm just like, what makes sense to progress the story? I need a toque. That's what I need. I need a toque. Get my head in spots. Spot my head and shit, right? Spunk, spooter, spat, spit, and sput. All right. Fuck it.
Hey Atox.
Hey, Valiant Boy. Thanks for lurking, bro. Always appreciate it.
I am on a saloon Discord if someone want to join me in talking I am here X.
Yo, bro.
Yo, what's up, Valiant Boy? How's it going?
Wait, I muted it.
No, you weren't muted. Now you're muted, I think.
Bro, that's crazy. The first time you hear my voice, bro.
Hell yeah, brother.
How are you, bro?
Good, good.
10 hours? 10-hour stream.
Egg salad. I'm trying to be as direct as possible here.
Oh, awesome, bro. You said what?
I'm trying to be as direct as possible in this story. Like, my goal is if I can stick like 100% to the
Mm-hmm.
structure of the story and the outline that I'm building.
He's talking about what, especially?
How to portray this story and his reason for needing to go shopping. So he's
Oh, yeah, that's code to build a story like that.
you.
Wow, that's difficult.
It's difficult, but it's like if you have an idea, like I have the idea of the story in my head, but it was like this entire beginning part came out of nowhere because I was like, well, how do I start the story? I just had the basic premise, like that's why it took me. It was so easy to write the plot. It's like the
I
plot was the
have no
only thing that I
clue. I'm
had.
just trying to understand all this 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, 2.0. And
Uh
what's the
it's a
subject of
it's a
the
sequence.
story, daily story, bro?
It's a sequence of scenes. So in order to keep the reader or the viewer in a
Mm-hmm.
state of knowing what's going to happen, there's this setup is the best way to represent that. And it means that for every scene, there if you don't have these reasons, then your scene probably doesn't need to be there. Right?
It's fucking awesome, bro.
So all you need to do is figure out what your plot is. Boom, easy. Then where you are, character's name if you want that. And then it's like the
And
entire
oh, and the
event
grocery
is
from
going
grocery.
shopping for groceries.
There is no one.
But now the question is, how do we get from how do we make a story interesting about a guy who outlines his groceries in his cupboards?
Mm-hmm. Tell me.
We follow the
Twists.
process of okay, what is the twist at the end of this story? The twist at the end of this
Bro, it's
story
crazy.
is that he is a serial killer.
Okay.
And he has a special cupboard where he
Alright.
outlines bodies. And his shopping list is actually to fill those bodies. So the whole setup is he drags in a body, right? Cuts the body up. Oh, we're up here. Cuts the body up.
Right.
Realizes there's too much.
Rice.
So then he's gonna
Please.
freeze it.
Please.
And then he's like, okay, well I gotta move it somehow. So he moves it from the garage to the kitchen. But now he has to deal with the mess in the kitchen. And he's like, okay, well I'm gonna
Oh,
make
it's
some
dark.
food
It's
with
dark.
it.
I love it.
And then he's like, oh, I can't find the right spices. So now this is what sets up the facilitating need of him to go shopping. Frustration, go shopping for new spices, leaving the meat.
Bro,
And he's like, "Oh,
I have a
I can't just
question.
leave the meat here because you can't just have the meat sitting out in the middle of your kitchen." So you're like, "Well, I can't cook it because I don't have the spices." So the next best option, well, I'm gonna have to freeze as is with the room that I
Easy,
have
bro.
in the freezer,
Easy, bro.
and then okay, let's do that. Now I no longer need to go shopping.
That's awesome, bro. I have a question.
Yep.
Um, since how many times you're writing like stories like that? So it's incredible. It's crazy.
That's just how my imagination works. I just say,
So
what's
I
the
don't
next
know how to
logical.
tell it. So professional, like that's fucking astonishing, bro.
I mean, that's what people say. I'm like, the one thing people say, I don't know where this quote comes from, but
Oh, yeah,
when you
I'm
ask,
fucking dickhead. In English, I'm fucking dickhead.
yeah, when you ask a savant how they did something that's super amazing, and then they just look at you and just say, "Well, isn't that how everyone does it?" Like that's when you
You
know
see,
you have like a true savant.
you see a simple phrase like that is difficult to translate like from on my brain.
No worries, I
You got
understand.
a
It must
good
be difficult to
action.
watch the stream in English.
Like I'm struggling to explain and understand a little bit, and I know you're joking, kidding me.
Yeah, no,
So
we like to have fun, but it's we understand there is a language barrier there.
I'm a baguette man, bro.
Yeah, but one of the things is like I think in a very logical way. So it's like to me, okay, so first of all, I put myself in this character's position. Okay, so
Hmm.
I'm this person that is trying to enact these actions. What would I actually do as that person? And it's like you follow the steps. Okay, well, I have a body, I need to dismember it. I dismember the body. Okay, now I gotta
Oh, it's
freeze and put
working
away the
so
body and hide
crazy,
it.
bro.
Okay, well then I freeze the body, I hide it. Okay, cool. Well, now there's not enough room, so shit. I got like a leg and an arm left. So I'm like, fuck, okay, well I'll go cook it up. Oh shit, well, you know, I don't have any spices to cook with, so I guess I just gotta fucking freeze it as is. And then the next thing is, well, I gotta clean up this fucking mess before I can go shopping.
I don't know if you're feeling me, your art is perfect. Like you will really work to production for I don't know movie or realization thing like that.
Well, that's the whole thing.
You
Is
know,
like I spent like all of my younger years
you can
doing
see
film.
that's really your hobby, your purpose. You're so uh, focused like that. That's crazy. Always, all stories are insane. Imagination, fucking crazy, bro.
That's what everyone says. That's why they're like, you should stream or at least write your stories. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And then eventually, you know what? I said, fuck it. I'm gonna actually do it. I'm gonna hold myself accountable. And ever since then, here we are.
Bro, what you think about my accent?
Uh, Nothing. This, I mean,
Good or bad?
it's.
Difficult.
I mean, to me, it's the exact same as an East Indian.
Yeah, but yeah,
It's
on
like,
Canada.
yeah,
Mm.
like like half of us are literally East Indian, and the other half are fucking native.
Because I got a good accent, but to understand and explain is like another shit.
Yeah,
I
it's all
really
good.
struggle.
Yeah, just keep trying, keep
And
at
I
it.
told you you're on Sunshine stream. I went on Discord video live. I talk about all my past, my elite past with alcohol struggling, and that was really weird to be on the stream and talking about your past
Well, what
struggling.
I would say about that is you should write like a memoir.
What?
A memoir, which is basically like a recounting of events. Like, it's your story. Like, tell your story in a story. Like, embellish some things maybe just for like theatrical reasonings, but you know, like
Because
literally write a
Insensha
story.
inviting me, and that was crazy. That was wow.
Just write a story from you being like 15 to 21 and show like your like, I don't know when your downfall was. I'm guessing it was around when you were probably 18, right? 17 or 18 if you said you stopped 2 years ago and that's when you were 19.
Yeah, 1 year since 15 March to 25. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like from like 15 to 19, show your journey of you falling.
Hmm.
Like, I think that would be an amazingly powerful story. Because it's real,
Yeah.
right?
But people live so much worse than me, and
Yeah, but
I'm
that
not
doesn't
lucky.
matter. That doesn't devalue anything that you've gone through. There's worse off people than me that
And
have
it's about my
seizures.
past.
Does that mean I'm not allowed to like feel sympathy for myself or allow other people to feel sympathy for me because of my seizures, even though they're like they are extreme when they happen, but they don't really
Yeah.
happen that often?
Bro, I don't want
Like,
to disturb the live. I just want to tell you one thing. Listen to me. I tattoo a whole place. I got a whole place tattoo on my arm, and I wear my scar like I'm proud because I've been through it. And when I'm off, like
hold on a second, hold on a
constitution.
second. Buttercup 10, how much you paid to transition? Um, I did not transition, Buttercup. I am a femboy crossdresser. I am not
Wear my scars.
actually a trans. I'm just a tard.
Proud, proud of me. Proud.
But welcome, welcome. Yeah. No, I'm just a lowly femboy here. Love to put on makeup and, you know, do my
Bro,
nails.
what?
But, you know, we're not trans. We're a dude. I'm just bi, and I like feeling pretty
Bro,
and dressing up.
think you're a fanboy. What?
Yeah.
Why?
Why do you think I do makeup streams? Why do you think I have that emote of me
Just
dancing with
because
my tits out?
art?
Wait, what?
Just because nail art? You said you.
I said I'm a troll, but only like half of it. You know? Half of it is trolling because I think it's funny. That's the only reason why I do it on stream. I always wanted to smash a femboy. Hell yeah, Buttercup. It's a good
Want to
time. I'm actually in the process of getting a Henson razor because I literally, as per quota, literally shave everything from my eyebrows down when I do shave.
My bros so hate.
Hey, my view count ain't bad. Hell yeah, cute muffin.
My view.
Keep it up, brother.
Hey,
That's
yo,
what it's all about, buddy
Muffin.
guy.
Well, how are you, brother?
I think I still have Muffin in the background here. Yep,
You did the stream.
there he is. Look at him. I'm lurking. Is everyone else lurking on Muffin? One day? Hell yeah, Buttercup. I plan on going to TwitchCon 2027, 2028. And
Hey,
I'm
Muffin.
definitely dressing up for that. I have plans for that.
I told to Murphy that I will promise that we
I be
offer.
raiding when I end. Hell yeah, Muffin. Thank you, good sir. Yeah, we got Valium in the chat here, guys. We're talking to Valium while we construct this story.
Was the
Other than that, Buttercup, do you enjoy storytelling? Do you like, you know, reading, writing, that kind of thing?
Hope you find Muffin.
Yo, you're peacing out? Alright, Buttercup, have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. Always appreciated.
Oh, I will let you stream. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, bro.
Thank you. That's awesome.
Hell yeah, brother. Anytime. Let me know if you ever need anything. I'm here, buddy guy.
Yeah.
I got you.
Don't forget. Fuck you.
Fuck you. Okay, that deserves a toke, guys. That deserves a toke.
Yes, hi, finally.
Hi, finally. I like it. I'm taking that, Valiant boy. Who says high five anymore? It's hi finally. I'm gonna do that with my coworkers when I go back to work, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" I'm gonna show them the clip of that. Dun, 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 dun. Clipped. All right. Clean up the mess. Conflict.
Muffin, you were on the Discord?
I don't know if Muffin is or not. Conflict. I think I'm just gonna get rid of this step.
I told a friend to follow you and giving hype.
Hell yeah, Valiant boy. I feel like this is wrong. So it's not really a reaction. That's the decision. Hmm. Hmm. Whatever. Fuck it. We'll just remember that note for next time. And from now on. Okay, the disaster is he makes a mess. Reaction is frustration. Dilemma is no cleaning supplies. Decision. Go shopping. Goal. Find objects on list. Conflict. Just thinking how the conflict for this would work. Just thinking chalk lines around the objects fading due to moisture in the air. Names and just the labels. It's like the disaster and the conflict are like the same. I guess the conflict is create a list. Searching all the cupboards systematically from a list. Can't read words on the list. Reaction. Searches. Birds. Leaves. Has not already. Just to make it easier. Dilemma. Sure, all cupboards are searched. Decision.
I post some pictures of me on the Discord.
Valiant boys, this is gonna be spicy. I don't know where you posted it, Valiant boy. Unless you mean the herb.
Public story.
I just see the verb.
Sorry IDK where to post.
I just see the herb. What do you mean pictures of you?
WTF. Look bro.
Oh, there. Nice. Nice, Brew. That's sick. I'm not very photogenic.
I begin on editing pic.
Recheck all covers. Remake the list. Okay.
But that steak with 4K, that's so awesome. I love editing and then I always being more crazy on edit clips.
Hell yeah, Valiant Boy. That's what it's all about.
But I stop like music since a while, and since I stop Insta and social shit.
All right.
Joseph underscore D32 is now following. Thank you for following Joseph underscore D32. I hope you are enjoying the
Hi,
stream. Less
sweetie.
than 4, less than
Patron
3
was just
plus 1.
telling me you used to Arch Commander Consummate.
Thank
and
you for the
thinks you'd be
follow,
a
Joseph
perfect match for us.
D32.
I'm not that interested.
Welcome,
Are you
welcome.
smoking?
Who?
You.
Why?
What, why?
THK
Are you
Brew.
smoking?
Maybe.
What? When did you start smoking?
1989-ish?
So you have been lying. It all makes sense. The filled ashtrays, the burning pine-scented hairspray.
Yes, I'll see it. Her 3-pack-a-day voice?
True. Welcome, welcome. Returning the favor. Yes, thank you, Joseph. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you very much. I am dabbling in I guess I'm dabbling outside of the just writing community and trying to, you know, support other streamers that are not just in the writing category. So I hope one day I will be able to check out your stream. I'm usually always popping in and out of other places. Maybe I'll get to raid you sometime. That's the goal eventually.
Should I change something, bro?
No, you're good, Valiant boy. I was just pointing out that's your profile picture, isn't it?
Yeah, not good but dope.
No, it's definitely good. I mean, it's better than mine. I mean, the Twitch one's fine. It's the YouTube and Kick ones. I want to change, but it's like it's too late. They're set in stone. But that was like one of the very first times I ever put on like full makeup. Like my sister and her best friend did that. Then the Twitch one, this one is
Oh yeah, I got a
me
lot of
with
work
a wig
again for all
on.
kick profile, etc.
Yeah. Yeah, multiple platforms is annoying when you have to do everything like 3 times. But it is what it is. More exposure, I guess, right? Gives people the option, like you, Valiant Boy. I mean, somehow, some way I converted you over from Kick to Twitch, and now you're on Twitch. So, I mean, you're on both, but you're like actually talking on Twitch instead of on Kick. Even though you were the lone wolf over there on Kick. Among all those lurkers, which we love you, lurkers. Lurkers are the best. That's why we have the lurker emote. This should all probably still be part of. All right. Okay. We have the story, boys. Life of Lines. Okay, that's that one. Okay. And we're just going to be stupidly direct and on point. That's the test we're doing. The test that we're doing is how good can we follow the outline. Not how good is the story. How good can we follow the outline. And then from there, that's going to lead into the next thing that we're going to do, which we haven't been doing, which is editing. And we're going to go from a basic but structured story, and then we're going to edit it out and see if we can change it to be more of my kind of style. Because I know I'm just going to throw it out. Not going to be stupid about it and try and hide it and be all sneaky and shit. We're just going to throw it out there. That's the goal. If we can't do that, we fail the test. Nothing else matters. No, just the problem with this is I really don't know how. Like what kind of table?
Goat.
True, Valiant boy.
Double goat.
Oh damn, Valiant boy, you're going deep there. Okay,
Triple
Scott,
goat.
come on, get your shit together. Just fucking write it. Heavy thud of the carcass hitting it.
Triple true Valium BOYY.
How's the writing going? 13. It is going great. Actually, we have one test. One thing we have to do. Stick to the outline. As long as we stick to the outline, we pass the test. Nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. So far, we're here. And this is where I realized there's kind of a flaw here that make people question, like, wait, why would you do that? So we can kind of get rid of this. So we can say this is a fluke. We're following the outline, but the outline doesn't make sense for this, as I realize while I'm writing it. So we're going to change it, but we're not going to change the outline. We're just going to note that there's no reason of dragging the corpse into the kitchen. He just needs room in the freezer to put the meat in. So there's no reason for, like, basically any of the rest of the story. So we gotta refigure this out. He still needs to clean everything up in the garage. So that'll be the thing. It's not cleaning up the mess in the kitchen, it's cleaning up the mess in the garage. So we just change that aspect of the story, and we should be good to go. And we just skip him moving the kill to the kitchen. He's just gonna bag it in the garage like he normally would, and then just take the bags to the kitchen after he's cleaned. But now he realizes he doesn't have the cleaning supplies to clean, and he's basically covered in blood and guts and everything, right? So he's like, well, fuck. Found an old friend, Ops, who respond me. Nice, Valiant Boy. Congratulations. Always good to reach out to people. You never know what'll happen. Of packages into the kitchen. Jesus, I can't spell. Brought the rest of the packages into the kitchen and sat back with relief. The harvest. Now done. Needed. Sounds like some King Arthur shit, being betrayed by a friend who betrayed me, didn't talk since 4 years ago, maybe. Damn, Valiant Boy. Some King Arthur shit. That's great, Eggy. I love it. I love it. You here, finally. You missed too many things. I just read your scene types and saw package the meat.
X, finally hear this MF.
True, Eggy. True. Apparently you can only write at night, 13? Oops, that's not what I want. I wanted T. 57%. That's even lower than before. I shouldn't even tried. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Fuck. But remember, the goal is to stick to the outline. It doesn't matter what the story comes out to be. We are sticking to the outline. And we're just following the outline, and whatever it is, it's good. 95%. Jesus. 53k? What's my power level? Am I strong? Ooh! Don't look, guys. Guys, don't look. Ooh! Don't look, guys. We're gonna clip that. Oh, shit. That's bad. That's bad. Oof. Oof. That's why you never reveal your power level. Oof. Oof. I'm scared. That's 53k. Holy shit, man. You guys could just completely decimate. I'm Krillin. I'm literally fucking Krillin. God damn it. Okay, where are we? Tarp from the garage and use it to transfer meat. No. Packaging meat. Package meat in the freezer. Need to clean it up. Makes a mess. Frustration. Clean supplies. Go shopping. Okay, that doesn't really work. He don't answer me. Nice, Valiant Boy. Even with that 53% or 53k, he remember then. Well, I mean, it is what it is, Valiant Boy. It is what it is. fake friends. Okay. We're just writing. We're just writing. He looked under the sink. Clean barely have enough for his clothes. The garage was another story. And this good. Hmm. Refreshing them. All friends are fake to some degree. True, Eggy. True. That's why, don't talk about politics, money, or religion. And you shouldn't have a problem. If you have someone who has a problem and you didn't talk about those 3 topics, they're crazy. Bring up one of those 3 topics and you'll see how fucking crazy they are. Amen. Sorry. Have you tried added coworker tag to your stream? No, why? I join sometimes as I work from home. I mean, I can only have 10 tags. So it's like, what tag would I get rid of? Like, realistically. You want me to get rid of tangent for coworker? Are you sure about that? We can't do that to Sean. I mean, sure, we can get rid of, I mean, we can get rid of AI. Alright, there we go. We put co-working. Or should we do co-worker? So we got co-working now. Alright, it is what it is. Remove that one tag. I mean, we can still technically sacrifice lore because we have world building. And we could get rid of novel and story because we have reading. So it's like, if you guys come up with other tags you think I should have, we probably at maximum can get rid of 4, maybe 5 old tags and add new tags. I don't mind rotating tags either, as long as we have... I mean, we're in the writing and reading category, so what do we need writing and reading tags for, truly, right? Okay, somewhere down the line we fucked up. But I think we can fix that in the editing stage. That's the whole point. If we can't follow this, we have the editing stage to fix that. I'm with Essentia on Discord stream. Nice, Valiant boy. Good for you, man. Keep it up. She's great for you, man. I can definitely see that. Okay. So we're still on to package meat in the freezer. In the garage. So, we need at some point here to know that there's a freezer. Instead of the ticking of the clock, it should be drowning out the hum of the deep freeze. Briefly. Just enough.
I am on Essentia stream.
Yes, Valiant boy, that is what I assumed. Be right back, goat. Yep, sounds good, Valiant boy. You're good. Who is Essentia? That's your Essentia. She comes in here all the time. This is her stream.
Well, you know, I am fresh to streaming, Moog. I am I'm only 2 months in, so I'm really a freshling to all this beautiful madness, and I am learning myself. In the beginning, I just followed people, and then people said, "No, this is just
Okay,
like
you guys can listen to her while I go grab my food.
Not just not just drop a lazy give, but also say something, some words." Thank you for telling Itokyo with me, Valiant Boy. I appreciate it. I'm sure Itokyo knows us. I learned that the salt in our tears is the exact same as the sea.
Also, Shirley Snowden and the other ones would have leaked it. Aliens is way more interesting than surveillance. Everyone already pretty much knew about. Well, that's, you gotta think of like what he infiltrated the actual government databases, not like the secret hidden super alien super lizard people, highly technological quantum computer, quantum AI, fucking center of the earth bullshit, fucking their shit. So that's what the real government was doing, or what the public government was doing. But yeah, you ain't getting into their shit. You know? That's my thought, at least. If it is real. It's like, well, yeah, but if it is real, then it means that they have all this technology, and there's no way someone would just easily hack all of that technology. Like, I love the meme of the idea that, you know, aliens crashing on Earth is like teenagers that stole their parents' car, and their parents are always like, hey, don't go near that solar system over there, and definitely don't go near that blue planet, Earth. Those humans are fucked up. Don't go near them. And the kid's like, yeah, sure, gets drunk with his buddy, goes, flies around Earth, crashes on Earth, gets dissected. If they had the tech, they would be using it to make money. Greed always wins. Well, at the end of the day, if they have like the infinite energy to do whatever they want, because they have that kind of technology, they have infinite energy, there's 0 point energy, then money isn't a thing, essentially. It's like power. It's not about money at that point, it's about power and their ability to control people. And you can only do that from the back, just like the idea of Men in Black. You ever think deja vu is something a little more than just a glitch in the Matrix? What if deja vu is just the Men in Black? And something went down that wasn't supposed to happen, and they just erased your memory, and you're just back in that one moment. Think about that next time you have deja vu. Struggle of chalking out that much meat for storage. This is an evil world created by an evil god, and if you can resist it, the real god can save you. I find that an interesting concept. True. I find the best concept is that there's really no good or evil, because to everyone, like, Gnosticism? Yeah. Basically the idea that like, there's no actual real, like, individual being. You're just experiencing a individual reality. So you can almost think of reality as like playing a video game. What's the difference of killing someone in a video game versus in real life? Especially when it comes to, if you believe in multi-world theory, then whatever you do in this dimension doesn't really matter, because you're just fulfilling one of the infinite dimensions, and it's already going to happen, so you might as well do it if you think you want to, right? Can't think why the Catholics wanted to stomp them out. That's interesting. Yeah. That's a formal heresy. Similar to Aristotle saying thinking of doing something is the same as doing it. I think it was extrapolated too much. I think it was the idea of that thinking something is the beginning of doing something. So thinking about doing something is the first step to doing it. Even though most of the time you do stuff impulsively. Yeah, free will is crazy. Yeah. It's insane. But it's justifiable based upon your belief. That's kind of a scary thing, because no one really knows. Speaking of Aristotle, Catholic folk tradition suggests Aristotle was among the pre-Christian pagans allowed into heaven, since his deism is fairly compatible with Catholicism. Interesting. It's like he found God in his own way. Can definitely see that. Okay, I think that's actually pretty much all we really needed to do. I say pagans, but he wasn't really a pagan. He believed in some god, but no specific god. Just couldn't quite put a name to it. Okay, so we skipped this. Packages of meat in the freezer. Needs to clean up. Because he's got the mess in the garage. No cleaning supplies. Can't remember which philosopher said to believe one religion, you have to believe them all because they all rely on believing in extranatural, unobservable phenomena. So if you believe in one, you should believe in them all. True. Yeah. So if they all have the same evidence and you believe one's evidence over the other, that's illogical because you should believe all of it because it's all based on the same evidence. True. Christianity requires belief in real historical miracles. I mean, you could definitely, like, come to... I mean, I guess... I'm trying to think of a way that you could get into heaven without using Jesus. But did they patch that out? Is it literally the only way, or is that like... Because I was like, I always think and try to remember, what was the way to get into heaven before Jesus died? Being just a good person, right? So if you're a good person, you just get into heaven, so you don't need to worry about Jesus, technically, right? All religious evidence is essentially... This one man saw something, but only he saw it, and don't question it. Additionally, all beliefs require belief in some extranatural, unobservable phenomenon. Ignoring experiential evidence. So, I think the problem with this story is inner thought. What's going on inside of the character's head? I think that's something we need to really dabble in. I think as far as, like, the actual setup and everything, it's all... like, really good. It's just... maybe getting inside of his head. But I feel like I'm just changing the criteria. Because the criteria is to stick to the outline. And the outline dictates that there are certain things that I missed. Like, he's trying to create the list for shopping, right? Which is... here. lots of people have first-hand religious experiences which are taken in conjunction with historical evidences to come to a religious belief. I agree with Pascal's wager. If God is good, he'll forgive. If he doesn't exist, it doesn't matter. And if he's mean, well, you were fucked anyway. True. Pascal's wager is at least a good argument for taking religion seriously. I don't think fear is ever the way that you should, like, thinking from like a just God. I don't think fear is the way that you would be like persuaded to get into heaven. You'd think that'd be like the you'd think he would patch that out, right? That's literally almost like faking it. I think it's an argument for living virtuously, as the talk said. Yeah, it's just the idea of like whatever your version of being a good person is, that's what you should be. And don't compromise for anyone else unless that's like something that would get you put in jail. Right? If it's something that would make you actually break the law. Dante dealt with pre-Christian good people by putting them in the limbo where things are just kind of meh and they have no hope, but it's not bad. Yeah, it's like the stagnation of life. Like I said, hell is if, like, for instance, if you died and you just had your mind for all of eternity and that's all you had. If you could live with yourself, that's heaven. If you can't, that's hell. And it's just a matter of, like, your self-reflection and what you believe of yourself. Like, if you hate the world and love anarchy and want to fuck everything up and go blow yourself up, and that's what you consider having a, successful life in that matter, and then that's what it is. Incorrect, buzzer nurse. Purgatory is a place of ritual purification for the saved. Purgatory is different from Dante's limbo. Sorry, I just had a really funny thought. Funny thought. Oh, you were speaking of limbo, my bad. I think I read purgatory. No, I think I might have said purgatory and not limbo. So that might be my bad. Because I was like, I looked back on it and I was like, I don't remember saying limbo. Uh-oh. Like, that's why I had that thought. I was like, wait, did I spark this by saying purgatory instead of limbo? I read it once a year and I artistically went to most of the places he mentioned last year. Autistically. I was thinking of the common folk misinterpretation where people think purgatory is some third place where people go if they're not bad enough for hell. I always thought purgatory was, like you said, the place that you go in order to atone for your sins so you can get into heaven, right? Like, that's the place where you, if you haven't atoned in life, you can atone there. If you're not, like, a terrible person to go to hell, right? In that notion of ritualistic purification, right? It's like to get the last little bits of bad out of you. Yes, purgatory is people that accepted God before death but need to go through a process of sanctification. Religion is awesome. It's just a shame about the people. True. Like, that's, like, people give religion a bad name. Clip it. People give religion a bad name. Without people, religion's a really, really good idea. But people just fuck it up. Okay, so we got the shopping list scene. He's creating a shopping list. He's irritated. We need to add something about smell. Some of the Persian religions are cool, like the one that says the world is a constant battle of light and dark forces. Kind of has to battle its, or like, the one that says the Buddha and Jesus, etc., are all equally divine messengers. That's kind of like the idea of like the Seth material in Seth, where it's like each one of them is like a higher being or higher consciousness that's basically come to Earth to tell a message. And the message is just basically said in a different way to different kinds of people, right? Yeah. I am editing. And I'm wondering, there needs to be like a smell of something. So, I missed the setup because of work call. Yeah, no worries. So, we're trying to see how well we followed the outline. And the one thing we've kind of missed is we haven't put anything for smell. So we're going to do smell right now. It's right here. Smell must be the least used sense in writing. Yeah, I could definitely see that. It's... No, because I would consider, like, in battle and stuff like that, like gripping a sword, like, having your armor weigh on you, like, I think that's pretty common. Compared to when you kill someone and you're like, what the fuck is that smell? They haven't... Or it's like, no, it's more like, what's that sound? Oh god, what's that smell? That's a lot more realistic. South Park did it right. Killing Walmart. like that would be a great thing. I should, oh my god, I should do that in this story, and have the guy's last breath, but do it as like it should be a last breath, where it's like the weight of his body and the loosening of his muscles presses, and you just hear a as the body deflates. Went to see a decaying beach whale, and it was like someone firing a flamethrower into my nostrils even from a kilometer away. Yep, I've been around a beach whale before. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. I think I'm gonna do that. So when he kills the guy, and it's gonna be like, that's his exhilaration that he gets out of it when he kills the people. Is he's like, he's waiting for it, and it's gonna be like this build up for it, and he's just waiting for it, and he's like, the final breath. Oh my god. This is why I love, this is why I fucking love writing. I can do whatever the fuck I want. Okay. But we still have to be like, okay, how close are we to the outline? So we have to smell the cupboard, we had to rewrite the list. Note page over, begin to jot down, new cleaning section. A note about cleaning the section of the cupboard. Hmm. I'm like, is that good enough? Should I do more? Or does that can't read a few of the words on the list, searches the cupboards, believes he has not already searched. In his frazzled state, cannot recall what cupboard he had labeled. He would recheck them all, one by one, making sure that the list completed. And this just kind of shows like his obsessive compulsive nature, right? Like he can get distracted easily and that will cause him, and this is kind of like the foreshadowing. It's like he can get super distracted really easily by like something, and then just forget about everything else, because that's going to happen later in the story. Okay, not sure if all the cupboards are searched. Recheck all the cupboards, remake the list. Goal, grab items needed. Okay, cleaned himself to be presentable. Kitchen table. Searching for that one empty outline. Okay. Here's the grocery store. This is the main item. Stop shopping, abandons everything, can't help himself, goes for the charge. AI saved my ass today. Nice! What did it save you with, Eggy? I was being lazy as fuck with a project. True! It's usually what I'm being. I'm a streamer. I'm just naturally lazy as fuck. We're the laziest people in the fucking world. We don't do fucking anything. We're just lazy pieces of shit. Which reminds me, I need to take a toke. You know what's really bad about this is we're going to finish this story before we even hit the 5-hour mark. Does that mean we have to play Monster Hunter for 5 hours? Or what do you guys want to do? I guess technically we haven't read any Reddit stories, so we could do that. My boss called and I put the PDF and told it, what would you ask a lawyer? And also, how would you update this for 2025? Nice. True, brother. True. And my boss was like, oh, awesome. Questions, well done. Hell yeah. Then I got back in my sleeping bag, goon bag, and rejoined Yo's stream. True, Aggie. Fucking true, brother. You preach it. Reach it, home. I still feel like I'm not building the tension inside of his head enough. But this is a third-person perspective, so it's like, getting inside his head, could you do some character creation? You mean, like, in this story? Or do you mean, like, as a thing to do, like, build some character profiles you might use in future stories? Yeah, because I have ideas for characters that I haven't really, like, written down. Because I need lots and lots of characters. Right? Because I do have the... Whoops, that's the wrong button. Character compendium. So this is pretty much how I've crafted my characters, with their position, what are they in the book, their name, their race, their gender, their age, and that's like the maximum age of their species, their height, weight, job, title if they have a title, description, both physical and mental. So we have a lot of characters, but we need to fill a lot of slots. Then there's all the characters from the first chapter. Torg, Aetharg, Nellium, Gladig, Amaril, Julek. Actually, you know what we can do, Eggy? Because there's one... I haven't read the first chapter to you, have I? I can't remember. I don't remember the last time I read the first chapter. Okay, well maybe we'll do the first chapter. And... it's not... Okay. It's... in the state this was before I started editing. Like, it's like basically unedited, and just like the shit that I needed was just thrown on paper to get something out. So like for every scene there's supposed to be a reaction scene for Husai, connecting him to the characters. But I guess since you know kind of a lot of the backstory and the world building from just like participating in the stream and just listening to me rant about it, so just imagine that, you know, in this it establishes his connection as being, he had two choices. He could have gone on the 100-year quest with them and joined their party as their leader instead of Aetharg, who was his squire at the time, or he could become the leader of the Adventurer Guild. And he decided to become the leader of the Adventurer Guild because he knew he was the only one who could do it. And if they lost him and everyone else in the 100-year quest, that would be a massive blow to the Adventurers Guild. So he actually chose to sacrifice himself by not going on the 100-year quest. So that's kind of how that entangles into the first chapter. But it's like... It's massive, and it's gonna be like twice as long by the time it's over. It is a massive thing. Okay, so I think there's just the one thing we need to change on this story, which is how he kills the guy. And this is the second time we ever use his name. That's how important it is right now. I wanted to refuse to use his name until this moment. And then we use his name. Do you know the plot of Gawain and the Green Knight? It has a fun plot you may find inspiration from. What is Gawain from? I know that from something. It's probably from an anime. Yeah, it is. It's the character from... Yeah, it's a character from Seven Deadly Sins. One of Arthur's character arcs. Gawain. I believe is related to Escanor. I was like, I knew that name from somewhere. Oh my god, yes. Seven Deadly Sins is fucking amazing. You would love it, Eggy, because it is like, it has amazing fan service. You would absolutely fucking love it. It's beautiful. All of it is really good. All the way through. There is a new one. I've only read One Punch Man and the first Attack on Titan book. There's a new one that I've only seen the first season of. I don't know if there's any more of it, but it's not that related to. And Shaman King was fucking awesome. I love Shaman King. I was so glad they rebooted the series to like redo it. It was so good.